Subscribe to Mystic Studio Productions and press the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a video.
The abode of the mind is the next important abode after the abode of the physicality. It is from this abode of the mind that the abode of the physicality is formed. And the abode of the mind itself is formed from the abode of the life force. But how does this abode of the mind work and what are its components? Today in this video we shall discuss and demystify it. I am Shomik and you are watching Mystic Studio Productions, where Mystic journey begins. The abode of the mind has 5 components, and these correspond with the abode of the physicality. The abode of the physicality consists of the 5 elements, which are the earth, water, fire, air and space. So correspondingly, in the abode of the mind, we have the earthly mind, the watery mind, the fiery mind, the airy mind and the spacious mind. Now, in the abode of the physicality, the individual component of the elements can be classified further into numerous sub-components, and these depend upon which energy acts through it and in which phase these elements lie. If the creative energy acting, or the maintaining energy is acting, or the destructive energy is acting through a particular element, say it be the earth element, then we call it the creative earth component, the maintaining earth component or the destructive earth component. Likewise, these can also be further subclassified as per the phase in which the earth lie. By the phase, we mean the innumerous phases which are present within the single element. When we say earth, it does not mean a single thing. It has innumerous phases in it, and the phases which transit towards the water are called the transitory phases. Also, water has the transitory phases, and it has 2 transitory phases. The transitory phase between fire and the transitory phase between earth. Similarly, fire has 2 transitory phases. The transitory phases towards the water and the transitory phases towards the air. And the air also has 2 transitory phases. The transitory phases towards the fire and the transitory phase towards the space. Now, the particular element can lie in innumerous phases of this, and this gives rise to various subcomponents along with those energies which act through it. Now, in the abode of the mind, the 5 components which we have already discussed, that is the earthly mind, the watery mind, fiery mind, airy mind and the spacious mind, also have these innumerous subcomponents corresponding with that of this abode of physicality. Now, the abode of the mind, the earthly mind, does not have any classical name, but the maintaining earth component, that is the earth element in which the maintaining energy acts, has a classical name which is known as the buddhi or the intelligence. And this intelligence also has innumerous subcomponents depending upon the phase in which this earth component lies. Similarly, the watery mind also has a classical name, and it is known as the manas or the memory. It also has numerous components. Likewise, the fiery mind has a classical name which is known as the ahankara or the ego. The airy mind does not have any classical name, and the spacious mind has a classical name, and it is known as the chitta. But this does not have a counterpart in English. That means we don't have any English word which can represent 100% of this component of chitta, because it corresponds with the space element in the abode of the physicality, and scientists have not even reached the abode of the space, rather the component of the space in the abode of the physicality. So we see that this abode of the mind and the abode of the physicality has a correspondence, because the abode of the physicality itself is formed from the abode of the mind. Likewise, the abode of the mind is also formed from the abode of the life force. So the components of the life force will also correspond with that of the abode of the mind, and this is true for the other 2 abodes of the life also, that is the abode of the pure intellect and the abode of the supreme bliss. We shall discuss about the abode of the life force in the upcoming video. So keep watching Mystic Studio Productions. Like, share and subscribe it with the friends and family. Till then, take care, bye, thank you for watching.